Welcome back, it's Dr. Teague here with my collaboration with KiKi, providing little bits of medical information to help guide you through your life. So today we're going to talk about something that's actually very important and I feel quite strongly about, and that's actually blood sugar and how that relates to you. Now, in a funny way, shape or form, we're really talking about what you can pour out of little packets of sugar, because once your body absorbs that, it goes into the bloodstream. And once it's in your blood, that's the energy you have, right? That's the nutrition you're getting. That's the means by the way your heart, your head, your brain, your muscles are getting what it needs to do what it needs to do to keep you going through that day. Right? I know we all like a little cup of coffee in the morning, but it's really that sugar and in it that gets us going. So why is blood sugar important? Well, one, other than the fact that it keeps you going, the most important component of it is it actually has a bit of a side effect on it. Now, we've all developed this Western diet. We've all moved away from our hunter-gatherers, needing to hunt for ourselves, dig things up. So this access to food has an allowed abundance of donuts and fruit and bread, and we can go on forever, right? That's good, it's easy, but it's also easy. And what I mean by it's easy is then we're able to take that, consume that in large quantities. And what we're consuming actually has more sugar than the things we have developed into being able to use. So within our bloodstream then, you have more sugar. Now, why is that bad? Well, over a long period of time, that can actually lead to damage. So talking about things like, if you look at this image, we've got your normal liver, you've got your normal muscles, you've got your bloodstream. Now, in a normal way, you eat that through your mouth, it goes into really through the liver, but then filters into the bloodstream. It goes into a little area in your stomach called your pancreas. Now, within the pancreas, sugar can move freely. And as it keeps going through this door, it's a little bit of a signal to say, hey, look, I need to produce this substance called insulin. Now, insulin really is the chief. He's the signal that says, look, I've got sugar, you need sugar. I'm going to allow you to take that out of the bloodstream and say into the muscle. So he's kind of like that watchman or that doorman, that says, hey, it's time, right? I need to get this out. I need to use this in some way. So as the sugar in the bloodstream goes up, there's more insulin, there's more sugar taking out of the bloodstream. Now that's all normal, but we've gone into this issue where we have diabetes. So there's two types. Type 1 diabetes is where you're not producing the insulin. So as much as there's more sugar, there's less signal, and you're not producing insulin in order to take that out of the bloodstream. The second one is type 2 diabetes. So that's a condition in which that kind of doorman who's getting the signal to say, hey, open the door, he's kind of reluctant to do so. Now he's tired, or he's had enough of the sugar and itself, or look, he's been on overtime. For whatever reason that's happening, he kind of doesn't want to function the same. So why is it important to understand? Well, in type 1 diabetes, that's actually what we call an autoimmune condition, where the body breaks the pancreas, you lose the insulin. And from day one, you need supplementation. You need insulin to keep going, because there's no way, shape, or form you can get that signal across. So you start getting treated for it. Type 2 diabetes actually is a little bit different. So he's tired, right? So we can do a couple of things. We can either say, hey, take a break. So start sleeping properly. Hey, look, you put on a little bit of weight, that's making you tired. Start eating properly, getting some exercise. Kind of encouraging him to do the job. Well, that can only work for a little bit long. And then we need to supplement that with tablets to kind of, give him a call off and on, and hey, how are you doing? You're doing well, that's great. Look, can you do your job? Great, that's fantastic. But after a while, eventually, as you get older, you'll actually need supplemental insulin. And that's just a normal progression of the disease. What we're trying to do in type 2 is kind of push that into the distance. Now, why did I say that sugar was important? Well, we understand normal, we understand the diabetes and how that happens. But what's wrong? Why do I care that I have high blood sugar, right? You said that's energy. Well, the issue is where the sugar is. Because in diabetes, the sugar stays in that bloodstream and it doesn't go out, well, it's going to get up to mischief. It's kind of like that toddler who's had a Red Bull and he's running around crazy, he's breaking everything. So He goes to the blood vessel in itself, causing damage that causes narrowing of the blood vessels, and that can cause blockages and heart attacks. He goes to the kidneys and kind of, breaks things and starts a fight that leads to kidney failure. And also he goes to the nerves. And if you think of a nerve as a wire with a plastic sheet and the copper wires going through, well, he breaks the plastic and you get short circuits. So you can go blind. You start not feeling things in your legs that can lead to ulcers. So high blood sugar within the bloodstream is actually important. Now with diabetes, if we control your sugar levels hard, then what we do is we don't see the negative side effects because we get the sugar from a place we don't want it into a place we do want it. And if we do so, the likelihood of you having problems down the line is quite low. So keep in mind, sugar is one thing, but it's where that sugar is, and there's lots you can do about it. So definitely talk to your doctor. So it's Dr. Teague. Until next time, we'll see you later.